How's everyone doing? Hope you're okay. Hope you're well. How you doing, Ben? How you doing, Sira? Is it Kara or Sira? Goku, Tupac Fan TV, aka, is this Fish's? I mean, we know it's Fish in reality, but is this Fish's brother or uncle? It's one of the two. The real Fish says TGG. Durwood says, hello, champion family. Hope everyone's having a good day. Hope you're also having a good day. Hope you are well also. Harry says, hello, how are you? I'm good. Not too bad. Um, trying not to complain about the weather, but I hope you're good. How are you? Hope you're enjoying the holiday. Hope you're enjoying your relaxing time. I'm not jealous at all. I mean, if I appear jealous, that's a misconception. Okay, maybe I'm slightly jealous, but I hope you're having fun. Doge says United 3 times. Does that mean United are going to win 3-0? Or does that mean Arsenal are going to win 3-0? Durwood says, hi, Harry. Fish says, Harry's diss track 5 coming in today. Why are there 5 diss tracks? I feel like you, at the very least, need to give Harry a chance to respond. I mean, number one, he's on holiday, so he's probably a bit busy. But even then, is the process not one person does a diss track and then the other person responds? Is that not how this works? What's the streamer's name? Fish make one about him. I'm not Fish. This is Fish. Yeah, Harry's refusing to watch it until he gets home on Thursday. You could watch it at the airport. Actually, if you watch it at the airport, they'll probably not let you back. watch it after you get back. Yeah, Harry and Fish do have beef. It was Fish that started the beef. I can confirm. Harry was very cordial. Harry was very polite. Harry was very formal. Harry was very kind. It was Fish started the beef. I don't know if I made it worse because Harry didn't know about the diss track, and then one day Harry was here and I was like, Harry, have you seen the diss track that Fish made? So I don't know if I stirred the pot and made it worse, but it is what it is. Euro's gonna get Jokeres. It's entirely possible. How you doing, Simon? Simon says, hoping for a boring 0-0 draw. I wouldn't mind that. The way I see it, we win either way. Because if it's a draw, the points are split, so we win. If it's a Man United win, that means Arsenal lose, therefore we win. And if it's an Arsenal win, that means Man United lose, and therefore we win. I hate watching and wish no one wins, but I'd be good with United winning. Yeah, if you push me to a win, I'd rather go for United win. But with that said, look at their team. Their team looks so rubbish. I mean, look at this: Bayendia, Yoro, Delict, Shaw, Delo, and Dorgu. Oh wait, you can't say it. Let me fix that. There you go. Delo and Dorgu. So they're at home and they've got 5 defenders, which is a bit naff. And then they've only got 2 midfielders, one of which is Casemiro. And I just feel like kind of Zubamendi, Rice and Odegaard will eat that up. And then they've got Mbeumo and Cunha. I presume Mbeumo is going to be a bit wider than that. And then they've got Mason Mount up front. What is that? That is so naff. I'm surprised Casemiro gets in above Ugarte, to be honest, but that's life sometimes. Fish says, I didn't, Harry did. No, you started the beef. I know that because I was streaming on the gaming thingy thing. which I don't have much energy to do these days. But then you popped up saying that you've created a diss track for Harry. So it was you that started it. Derwood says you have a lot of drama on your streams. To be honest, it's mostly fish related, but I feel like it's not serious drama. I hope. Like I feel like it. I feel like a lot of it's kind of tongue in cheek. So I hope it's okay. Unless I've missed something. The real when there's real drama, I just to be honest, I end up just getting rid of those people. But I think this is just tongue in cheek. I hope. When do you think Isaac will come by? I got a funny story for you guys actually. Let me show you. So I have to. I have to create thumbnails for YouTube. So I was creating the thumbnail today for the Liverpool versus Newcastle game in about 9 days. And I was looking at I have to pick a player to put on the thumbnail, and I was looking at this and I was like, okay, look, Newcastle players look happy. Newcastle players look happy. Newcastle players look happy. More Newcastle players look fairly happy, look fairly happy. Joe Linton there looks super happy. Tonali looks quite happy. Gordon looks quite happy. All these Newcastle players, they're loving life. Let's get to Harvey Barnes. Yeah, Harvey Barnes looks quite happy. He's enjoying his time there. And then you get to Isak and it's like, oh my God. He's absolutely furious. He's absolutely furious in his picture, which is hilarious. And then just go to the next one. You get whoever these guys are: Emil Kraft, Osula. The rest of them look fairly happy. I could go on forever, but the rest look happy. But I just found that hilarious when I was creating the thumbnails. They all look super happy apart from Isak. I was gonna put Isak in a Liverpool shirt on the thumbnail, but then I thought I can't be bothered to be dealing with angry fans. Simon's good. Yeah, I'm not too bad. All good. Damn right, Manchester United, disgusting. Liverpool, you never walk alone. Or Arsenal, fair enough. Simon says, to be fair, all they're missing is a centre mid and they're chilling. I think a centre mid and a goalkeeper, to be honest. And even then, chilling would be top 6. Durwood says, can't we all just get along? I'm with you on that. I feel like you and I both are kind of firefighting half the time. just try to make everyone get along. Our lives are certainly easier. Especially with Johnny. Sometimes I'm just trying to calm that guy down. But it's all good fun. Even United can show respect in a minute silence. Palace can't. Yeah, that wasn't good. I'm hoping it was just a few bad eggs. Fish says, add my boy Gordon. Who did I put on it? I did. Look at that. I did do Gordon in the end. I did Anthony Gordon. And I did Salah. So you'll be quite happy with that, Fish. I was tempted to put Isak in a Liverpool shirt, as I said, but I can't be bothered to deal with the fume that would bring. But damn, this is kicked off. Let's set the timer. Which I'm glad is working now. There was a time period where it wasn't working properly, but fingers crossed it doesn't crash again. So Man United wearing red shirt, white shorts, and Arsenal wearing white shirt, red shorts. That's not going to get confusing. Fish's favorite food is a plus sign. Is that some biscuits? The second one, bread, peanuts, hazelnuts, garlic, and onions. Nice. Hi, you, Jenny. Jenny says, please be honest, take off your Liverpool specs. You always say that, but I don't feel like I wear Liverpool specs. What do you think it is player Tiani Reinders? Yeah, he played well yesterday. I mean, I'm not reading too much into it because it was Wolves, let's be honest. But with that said, you can only really play well based on who's put in front of you, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I mean, he did well yesterday. Jay says Mbuemo getting himself forward. Well, that's positive. That's positive. He seems to be more central based on what I can see. So BBC News got it wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. People were saying the reason Palace were loud during the silence at Liverpool, at the Liverpool Palace game, was because there was a delay getting in and they were getting to their seats, but can't blame them all. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think Liverpool fans were also booing the national anthem, and then some people get a bit kind of agitated about that. To be honest, I didn't really see it because I tend to have it on mute, like I have it now. It might be something I have to go back and see, like the handball, and then when I go back and see it, then I get pretty outraged. I thought that was a fair analysis. I said he did well, but it is only Wolves. But equally, you can only do well based on who's put in front of you. So it's not his fault. It was only Wolves. Which Sesko was on right now? Says Jay. I'm surprised Sesko isn't playing. Like, I would have probably started him over Mount, but I'm sure he'll come on later. Paul Edwards says, who will win the league, Liverpool, Arsenal, or Chelsea, Man City? I still think Liverpool will win it. What do you think, Paul? Jenny says, how come you haven't brought up in your channel about the Liverpool fan abusing the Bournemouth player? Well, I'll let other people answer that. I'm pretty sure we've talked about that quite extensively. Do you not think it's more a case that you weren't here? Because we were talking about it for quite a long time yesterday and quite a long time the day before. JS plays FC Mobile says hi. How you doing? Yeah, that is true. The booing of the national anthem has always happened. Half don't know the reason behind it. Yeah. Fish is speaking German. That mean your friend's name Robbie? Something or other? Durwood is happy Onana isn't playing again now that isn't playing today. Now they have a chance. Yeah. So Bayendia is playing, and Heaton is on the bench. Does that mean Onana's probably gonna get sold? Who's gonna buy him though? Stevie Wonder. JS plays FC Mobile says, I hope Liverpool win the Prem. Very nice. Very nice, JS. I'm with you on that. Fish is on a plane to London. Interesting. What are you gonna do when you get there? Are you gonna go sightseeing, or are you gonna go to Tesco? N7 Navaraj Rajput, the real man, says, will Hoyland go? I think so, because he's not in the team today. And there was some news also that they basically want to get rid of him. It's going to be tough to recoup the money that they paid, because they paid a lot of money. So I think they might have to just see him go on loan or something. Paul says, I think Liverpool, but Arsenal will have a meet down up the Spurs. Oh, do you mean like a meltdown? A meltdown, maybe. Well, Spurs do have more European success than Arsenal. I'm sure they're very happy about that. John Paul is a Liverpool fan. Very nice. JS says, who's your favourite Liverpool player? Right now, Ryan Gravenberch. In terms of who started, in terms of this season, I've been quite impressed with how Ekitike has been doing. So I might get Ekitike on the shirt for this year. I've ordered the home shirt from the red communist country. I got Salah on that, but for the away one, Ekitike is starting to impress me. Durwood says, what is there to talk about? He's a racist a-hole. He was arrested and now wait the court to deal with it. One fan doesn't mean everyone is like that. Very true. That is very true. And I think additionally yesterday we talked about it quite extensively. So I think Jenny, you might need to go back and watch yesterday's stream. There was a stream yesterday. Was it Man City Wolves? We were talking about it quite extensively yesterday. So perhaps go back and watch that. John Paul says, hi, Zaim, how you doing? Hope you're well. Have you seen when Leone met Alisson and Slot were making a team of giants? That is super surprising, because like I thought Alisson was really tall, and he is really tall, but like Leone is a considerable amount taller than Alisson. And I'm like, how tall is this Leone guy? Because Leone was billed as being 6'5", but he's more than an inch taller than Alisson. So I'm curious how tall he actually is. Leone might be the only man in history who's understating his height. Navaraj Rajput says, can Man United start talks for Casado from Barcelona for Casemiro replacement? I think they were in for Baleba, weren't they? Carlos Baleba from Brighton, but I think they couldn't quite agree on the fee. So I think they'll probably be back in for Baleba next year. JS says same. John Paul says, I think it's mean to put Everton on a Monday. Who are they playing? Is it Leeds? Or have I got that wrong? I don't think I'll have energy for that one, to be honest. Is this the fourth day in a row or a third day in a row? Oh, I might need to spare your eyes from staring at my ugly face. Although Johnny thinks it's not an ugly face. But I'll probably be back on Tuesday for the Real Madrid game. Yeah, you did say that yesterday. Everyone's going to tower over Salah and Elliot as well. Fish, Fish, I'm fairly sure you're in the UK because I've heard your voice now. And you have a clear British accent, so I don't think you're Korean. Durwood is a Liverpool fan. Yeah, Frimpong, Elia and Salah are going to be the shorter players in the team. Martin, oh dear God, can I have a stinker? The thing is, this feels like a game where he shouldn't, because Man United have only got two central midfielders, right? Oh, they've scored. Is it Calafiori? What happened there? From a corner? Are Man United gonna get the Norwich scarves out now? Are the Norwich scarves gonna come out at half time? That was a mess. I need to. Yeah, you are right, John Paul. United losing Calafiori. What happened though? Like I saw a corner go in, and I think the keeper flapped it, and then Calafiori headed it in. So it's a corner. Oh, that's really weak by that Bayern guy. So you know at the start where we were saying we don't think United are sorted, they need to get a keeper. There is Exhibit A of why that's needed. It's just insane. Oh, I've put Man United on. Sorry, let me correct that. Yeah, Alisson 6'4". But what's his name? Leone looks at least a couple of inches taller, which is bizarre. Yeah, United losing. We're loving that. Derwood is not loving that. JS says Hugo Ekitike, in my opinion, is the best signing this season. I've been impressed. I've been impressed with him so far. When we bought him, like I wasn't really expecting much. And I also thought the money we paid was a bit expensive, but he's proving me wrong, and he's proving a lot of people wrong. To be fair, very good close control with the ball, and a decent finisher as well, and also quite physical. So he's impressed me so far. Set pieces FC, yeah, 100%. That's a lot of chickens, Fish. Is that one chicken going through different phases, or is that multiple different chickens? Oh, is that a penalty or is that a free kick? Simon says Fish is a weird guy. You know, he is weird, but equally I appreciate the weirdness. I'll be honest. Sometimes he writes things, and I have to read it like 3-4 times just to understand. But I respect the fact that he's unapologetically himself. I mean, as weird as he is, and trust me, he is the weirdest person here by far. And the flip side, is Declan Rice wearing a mini skirt, or are his shorts just like really small? But anyway, about Fish, I admire the fact that he's unapologetically himself, even though he is a bit weird. Fish is saying it's his kids. Fish, I've heard your voice. I'd be surprised if you had any kids. Yeah, I think this Man United formation is gonna be the end of them. It's so weird. in the sense that they got like 5 defenders on the pitch. So when they don't have the ball, they've got 5 at the back. But when they do have the ball, it's defenders that are getting forward, and it just looks kind of so disjointed. Simon's dad said Amarim to get sacked by Christmas. I was saying it could be both. I guess the question could be which one's gonna go first. Declan Rice free kick. Crossed in. Rubbish. Fish is dating Fish. How's that going for you? Hope that's going well. Google whatever that is. I'm very cautious not to Google what you tell me to Google. You're also saying no my phone, but I presume you sent that from your phone. Actually, you might not be on your phone because you're watching on horizontal, so you might be on a laptop or on a TV. Who knows? Jenny says, you said about a City player, it was only Wolves, but remember, it was only Bournemouth your new striker was playing against. That is true. I didn't say Ekitike is the best striker in the world. I didn't say he's the reincarnation of Ronaldo. I said pretty much the same thing I said for Reinders. He's played well. You can only play well based on what's put in front of you. But equally, I'm not getting carried away. We need to see over the course of the season. Again, Man United's defending is rubbish. Calafiori should have really stayed onside there. Fish, there is no chance I Google what you tell me to Google. I will Google. I can Google it on a private window. I think that's the safest. I think that's the safest thing. Your Moyes' great-granddaughter. Well, that's great-granddaughter. I mean, how does that work? David Moyes is like, what, 60? So, I guess his granddaughter is maybe 40, which means his daughter is maybe 20. So you're a few months old. Makes sense. Should I get Reinders or Ekitike for next week in FPL? Maybe both. See if you can put them both in there. Simon's gutted. He took Wood and Ekitike out the night before. Understandable. I created the team, but like I was kind of peer pressured into creating one, but I'm not gonna maintain it or anything. DM Apparel says Hugo going to bag a hat trick and silence that Toonman. I would love that. Like, that would be funny. DM Apparel met Hugo Ekitike on Friday. He's actually sound. Nice. Good to hear. It's good to hear when they actually sound in real life as well. Did you see that clip of him? Which one? Saying "Je suis un Scouser." I've not seen that. I'll need to go back and look that up. What is Raya doing there? Oh, he got lucky. Seems like he'd be a funny character too. Yeah. Have you seen the amount of people? Not the amount of people, but have you seen that guy losing his mind online at the fact that Ekatike and Frimpong were dancing in their house, and he said something. He said some nonsense like it was only a matter of time until we got people like this, and people rightfully kind of called him out. It was on Sky Sports. I'll see if I can find it online. Fish is drinking wine and beer. But if you're the great granddaughter of David Moyes, as you've said, so you've said you're the great granddaughter of David Moyes, then you're saying you're drinking wine. We might need to report David Moyes to the authorities. JS says, I'm wondering if Liverpool should have bought Chiesa. I think so, yeah. I think it was a good deal because he only cost like 12 million pounds, which is pretty much nothing these days. So I think for the sake of 12 million pounds, you might as well do it. Now, if he was like 30 million pounds, then I'd be a bit more worried. Okay, here's Man United with a counter-attack opportunity. Mbuemo hits it wide. Well done, Brian. But yeah, the Chiesa deal I'm still fairly happy with, given the price. Zaim says, where do you think Eze ends up? A lot of Arsenal fans really want Eze, but I'm hearing he's agreed personal terms with Spurs. Yeah, the Spurs the Spurs noise seems a bit louder than the Arsenal noise. I think Spurs might make a bit more sense because he would probably play in Maddison's position, who got an ACL. So you know what I mean? Like, there's a spot for him available in the team, and he's not gonna hold bench or anything. Whereas at Arsenal, I'm curious where he'd play. Like, would he play in Odegaard's position? No. Do they want to put him on the left wing? He doesn't seem like a winger. So I feel like Spurs has like more of a spot for him. They were talking about Eze today, and it looks like he's going to Spurs. Yeah, Spurs seems to make a bit more sense, all things considered. DM Apparel says he's Italian. He only cost us 10 million, and we think he's brilliant. It's Federico. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. 10 million pound is nothing these days. And I think also he's got a really good attitude. He isn't sulking. And you also saw how much it meant to him when he scored, and that was really nice to see. He's also Italian, so he'll help Leone settle in, I'm sure. So yeah, I've no concerns about the Chiesa deal from my perspective. And if anything, that was my favourite goal on Friday. I was so happy to see him score. JS plays FC Mobile, says who's better, Klopp or Slot? Ask us, how many years did Klopp have? Like 8? I can answer that for you in the year 2032. I mean, we need more data on Slot, to be fair, to make that conclusion. Man United through here. Rubbish. I think the Norwich scarves might come out soon. That's your favourite 2-pack song? I don't know what that is. Why is Sesko not starting? Says Simon. Could be fitness, as DM Apparel has said. Could be that he's not had much time to kind of train with the team. Sometimes they like getting new players used to the kind of system before sticking them in. So yeah, it's probably one of those. Here's Man United with a counter-attacking opportunity again. It's Dogu, but again, it's like you're counter-attacking with defenders. I know they're quote-unquote wing-backs, but yeah, nothing happens. At least Mbuemo's trying things, to be fair to him. Odegaard tackles Fernandes quite easily there. Now Arsenal have got a counter-attacking opportunity. And they just hit the ball out for a throw-in. What is that? I hate to be mean, but Martinelli looks like the weak link in this team. I thought that was William Regal. It's Gabriel Heinze. He used to play for Man United back in the day, and Liverpool wanted to buy him, but Alex Ferguson didn't want to sell to Liverpool. I remember that quite clearly. Man United with another counter-attack opportunity. Dogu with a shot. Ooh, hits the post. I think that's perhaps what Simon was referring to when he said good from Dogu there. I was thinking Dogu ain't done nothing. But I'm just a bit far behind. Mo says Heinze went to Real Madrid instead. Yeah, that was it. Is he the fella who had a shocker of the debut? I can't remember, but equally that kind of rings a bell in my head. So it could have been. Hopefully, the latest Real Madrid fullback also has a shocker of a debut very soon. Hopefully it's the fullback curse for Real Madrid. JS says 66 to Real Madrid. Yeah, I'll be watching that game on Tuesday. It's against Oviedo. I mean, again, to create the thumbnail, I went on Oviedo's website, and you click on players, and the website says page not found. So I had to get a player off Google, but that didn't really fill me with confidence. This Oviedo team, like the website don't even work. And I thought, is it my web browser? Then I tried another web browser, still didn't work. Poor indeed. Very poor. Alarmingly poor, some could say. Ooh, Cunha's through. Is this what the poor was referring to? Yeah. Arsenal don't look quite as secure at the back as they normally do, but again, it's the first game of the season. Not gonna read too much into it, but there have been kind of quite a few gaps at the back. Simon says, "I stopped with the commentating." That's okay. it's like a glimpse into the future. I'm like, poor? Who's been poor? Oh, that's probably what he means. And then you're like, good from Dogu, and I was like, Dogu has not touched the ball for the last 5 minutes. And then I'm like, I see. Zaim says the wing backs would be effective if they had an option to cross into the box. Without Sesko, everyone is in zone 14 and can be defended centrally easily by Arsenal. It looks like that. It looks like that. Where's Mazraoui? I always thought Mazraoui was decent, but he doesn't seem to be playing. Mazraoui has a decent cross on him. Fernandez, long ball to Mbuemo. Plays it back to Cunha. Cunha shoots it right at the keeper. Are they playing Shaw as a third centre half? Indeed they are. Shaw over Maguire. Maguire's on the bench. Yeah, it is a bit strange. This whole United setup is weird. I just find it so bizarre. It's like certain areas of the pitch have too many players in them, and other areas of the pitch, specifically the midfield, don't have enough players. It just looks odd. I appreciate it looked very silky and amazing for Sporting, but in the Premier League, it just looks bizarre. Durwood might be able to move 1 to 2 weeks early, but it works out good because I can have the professional people to come in before moving day and get the painting and cleaning done. Very nice. I guess earlier is better in a way. Is that painting and cleaning of the new place or of the existing place? I presume of the new place. I presume. But yeah, moving house is fun. I've only done it once, but it was fun. Not enough triangles in their setup, says Simon. I think you might be right. It's just like 2 rectangles. Here's Gyökeres. Oh, Gyökeres has got number 14. Interesting. He follows a long line of successful number 14s at Arsenal. For example, Theo Walcott. Less money in closing costs. Well, that's always nice. That's always good. Fish's uncle, aka Fish, says, "Yo dog, how's Fish? What weird things has he said?" He was saying that he was, and when I say he, I mean you. He was bullying Harry for a bit. Then he was telling me about how he was David Moyes' great-granddaughter. Then he was telling me about how much he likes drinking wine and beer. Then he was telling me to Google something, which I absolutely was not going to do. Then he was posting some stuff in German. Then he was posting some stuff in a language that I did not know what it was. So yeah, pretty much a normal day from Fish, really. Jenny says, "So glad Sonny not here anymore. I am worried you've done something with him." I'm concerned. Is there like a sunny shaped is there a sunny shaped hole in your garden? I am a bit worried. Specifically what you've done to him. Ooh, Cunha was close there. The new place, but I need to get an exterminator out. We've got at least 2 beehives, so he will need to relocate them. I see. Makes sense. Makes sense to kind of get everything sorted before you kind of move in. Must be like a US specific thing. I've never seen any beehives over here. That's a question, actually. Do we have beehives in? I mean, we must do, right? Do we have beehives in the UK? So we have managed beehives, I guess, where they extract honey from. Like I've never seen like an actual hive in the UK. Like you see like videos of like wasp nests and things, but I've never seen. Yeah, like I've never seen that in the UK. Looks pretty cool. Someone saying there, a honey beehive has settled in my back garden. Any suggestions on what I'm supposed to do? It's kind of cool how they make that though. Is fish sunny? No, fish is not sunny. They just don't have the nuts to come into houses. Is that bee? Yeah, I got quite a few bees outside, like when the plants are growing, but I've never seen like a full on hive. So I was wondering, is it more only in like certain countries? But apparently we do have them in the UK. Corner. Jenny says, not nice. Say does something rude, nasty. I don't know what you mean. Is that me insinuating you've kidnapped Sunny? Who knows? Ethan says, what's the score? 1-0 to Arsenal. Zaim says, with the William Regal comment, that tickled me. He does look he does look like William Regal. Who was your favorite wrestler? Haven't followed WWE in years. Same. When I used to watch it back in the day, it was probably Kane. I used to like Kane. I preferred Kane over Undertaker, to be honest. Like the original Kane with the mask and all that. Yeah, that's probably who I'd go for. Who would you go for? These days, like I see it on YouTube. Sometimes I click on it and I'm like I try and watch it for a minute and I'm like, yeah, I just can't watch it anymore. But yeah, back in the day, I used to love watching Kane. Ethan would love a draw. Hate Arsenal and Man United rivals. Well, you would be most welcome here then. Because most of us hate them as well. Does that mean you're a Liverpool fan or maybe you're a Leeds fan? Fish with some lyrics there. Yeah, Zame's favorite is Kane with the Kane, the original Kane with the mask. That's my favorite. Similar vibe with Mankind. Yeah, Mankind was pretty cool as well. Yeah, that's when I used to watch it. I also used to watch kind of WCW back in the day because it was free. So kind of before the internet, we had the channel that showed WCW, and that channel was free. So that's probably what I watched the most of, to be fair. But I don't know if I had a favorite WCW wrestler. SB says the only thing we hate is City. Ethan's a City supporter. Fair enough. Good result yesterday against Wolves, 4-0. Yeah, Jenny's saying I should stop insinuating that she's buried Sunny in her back garden. Fair enough. Maybe. To be honest, we need to find out what's happened to Sonny. I'll see if I can reach out to him. Durwood says Sheamus is number one. I raised two boys that love WWE. Sheamus is a good choice. I think he's a Liverpool fan. So yeah, that's a pretty good choice for Sheamus to be number one. Yeah, Zayn said it as well. Yeah, Sheamus is a Liverpool fan. There's a clip of him attacking Gary Neville. Well, that's always nice. Anyone who doesn't like Gary Neville is automatically somebody that I like. Everybody have a happy Christmas. That's about 4 months in advance, Fish, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Are there any holidays now in between now and Christmas? I don't think they are, right? There's a bank holiday next Monday. Yeah, there's a bank holiday in the Liverpool-Newcastle game, I guess. But other than that, there's no more holidays. Ethan thinks it's between City and Liverpool for the league. I think you're right. I think City will kind of want revenge. Which adds a certain amount of motivation. Compared to like if you win it maybe 3 times in a row, then maybe you're less motivated. So I do think they'll be a lot more motivated next year. Jenny says, do you remember the one called Ultimate Warrior, the Legion of Doom, the Bushwhackers? I do. The reason why I remember Legion of Doom and Bushwhackers, they had a match that came on like terrestrial TV, like Channel 4 or something. And I remember I recorded it on a tape. So that's how I remember those. Ultimate Warrior I remember as well. Yeah, that area was pretty... That era, was pretty cool. These days, as I said, like it pops up on YouTube. Like I click on it and then after a minute or so I get bored. But the older stuff I find a lot more interesting. He needs to meet up with Alan Shearer. Is this Sheamus? Yeah. Sheamus will sort him out. Alan Shearer's on a mad one. He's losing his mind over this Isak thing, which is highly kind of hypocritical because when 66 halftime, when 66 wanted to go, he was all, oh, let the guy go. He only has one career. Why are Liverpool standing in front of him? But now that it's his own team, he's completely changed his tune, hasn't he? Now he's like, no, that bid is insulting, blah blah blah. It's like keep the same energy. That's why I can't take any of these pundits seriously, and it includes Jamie Carragher as well. Anytime they appear, I just don't watch it. Those were the days when it was good, yeah. Those were the good old days. Also, because I was younger then, I used to I used to think it was real when I was watching it back then. So that made it better as well in a way. But yeah, sometimes I come across old wrestling on YouTube and I might watch that. That's pretty fun. He called out Kirkes for the Bournemouth goal when he was already subbed off. Yeah, that is a grade A punditry by Mr. Shearer. I saw quite a few people were annoyed at that, and rightfully so. It's like, what more can you say? The guy isn't even on the pitch, and you're blaming him for the goal. The state of punditry is not particularly good, and the state of refereeing as well is not particularly good. The standard of the football itself is good, but I feel like everything else around it is not good. Half time, I've set the timer back to 45. Are people losing their minds yet at Man United? People seem to be losing their minds at YNWA. Cole Palmer hasn't scored an open play goal in the Premier League since January, 8 months ago. The official kind of Man United account is saying a goal behind, but we can take confidence from our first half display. Really? What confidence? You were rubbish. What confidence can they take from that? That they fluffed every opportunity? What confidence? This is something I hate, which I'm sure everyone hates, with the top attached to the bottle. I detest this. I end up kind of ripping it off half the time. Apparently it's a recycling thing to ensure the cap also recycles, but I don't like it. That's from Tesco Fish, your favourite shop. You do go on about Tesco a fair amount. Fish is at a party I don't be at. That's good to know. Is that also a song lyric? Zaim says, an eye-opener on punditry was when Ali was at Man United, yeah, and Rio Bias shown there to keep their friend in a job, yeah, especially Mr. Neville. He was like, we've tried having a top manager. You know, we tried getting Jose, we tried getting Van Gaal. So, and that didn't work, so let's stick with my mate who's completely incompetent and does not have a clue as to what's going on. It was funny because I think they ended up, or Gary Neville in particular, ended up hurting his own team in what he was doing. He ended up just setting his team back another few years. Drum says Man United are dominating them. I don't know about that. Man United have had good chances, but they haven't looked particularly threatening. Like the shots have looked quite weak. Crossing ain't been all that. 1-0 is maybe flattering to Arsenal. Like it's been like an even game, I'd say. It's been probably like an even game. Odegaard doing a halftime interview, which I'm still not particularly comfortable with. Drum says they need to get a goalkeeper immediately. I agree with you there. Bayendia, you could certainly say wasn't quite strong enough for the first goal. Onana's nowhere to be seen, so Onana's not even on the bench. I mean, this is what we said in the summer, to be fair. That yeah, Man United have bought all these attackers, but they've still got the same midfield and they've still got the same goalkeeper. To be fair, then we were referring to Onana, but like Bayendia is not really much better. They're just showing the replay now. There's certainly an argument, to be fair, that seeing that now, that Saliba kind of barged into him a little bit. Callum says, I'm so glad we got Ekitike now that Gyökeres is slower than a slug. Yeah, Gyökeres hasn't looked the most mobile, has he? I think Ekitike has looked kind of deceptively mobile and quite tricky, and also quite strong. Whereas I haven't seen much from Gyökeres. Ekitike just looks like this tall, skinny guy, but he's actually quite strong. And I guess the taller you are, the longer your strides are. So even if he's not rapid, just by virtue of the fact that his legs are so long, he covers a lot of distance. Callum agrees. Drum says Gyökeres can't score unless he has space. I think that's a fair assessment. I guess the trouble for him is you won't get much space in the Premier League. MLMSS says, thoughts on Cunha's run in the first half? Do you mean like his performance in general? He was okay. He had a few shots. Like, the shots were not particularly good. Like, the shots were right at the middle, or right at the keeper. But equally, like, I'm not the type of person to write off a player after the first game, if you know what I mean. So even if he does rubbish here, I don't think it's the end of the world. I think he's a good player. But at least he's tried, which is more than you can say for some people. There you are, David. Isn't it normally overpaid, overrated players? But I hope you're good. Overpaid, overrated players. How you doing? SH says, hello, has the match been so far, mate? Pretty dull, if I'm honest. pretty boring, if I'm honest with you. There haven't really been any major amazing chances. Arsenal scored from a corner, and there could be a debate as to whether Saliba fouled the keeper. Overall, pretty dull. That's probably not the answer people wanted. But just my thoughts. Fish is at a party he doesn't want to be at, and I don't even wear no shirt. Well, I would recommend that you put some clothes on, Fish. Callum says, I think United need a 9 on. They done well, to be fair, but no player to target. Well, they have a 9 on the bench in Sesko. Hopefully he does come on. It might liven this game up a bit. Hopefully he comes on straight from the restart. Yeah, literally, as SH says, shock horror. Like, there is space behind Arsenal, so Man United are getting in behind and then kind of countering, but they're countering with Dogu, and Dogu tries to run, but then Dogu's not fast enough, so then the counter breaks because Dogu ends up cutting inside because he's not fast enough, and by the time he cuts inside, all of Arsenal players have run back again, and then Dogu will square it to Cunha or square it to somebody, and then they'll take a shot, and then nothing happens. Fish says, why? Is that... So you're saying, why am I asking you to put a shirt on? That shouldn't be too hard to figure out if you think about it. Callum hopes Arsenal look this bad in 2 weeks and we'll have Isak by then. That would be nice. It's a home game, isn't it? It's home. Liverpool are at home for that as well. That would be funny. It would be funny if Isak scores, aka the player that they wanted. Yeah, I do have a feeling the Isak situation is going to pick up a bit after the Newcastle game. I think that's what this is dependent on. They're just waiting for that to be out the way, and then I think that deal will pick up. We were looking at pictures earlier of the Newcastle squad, and I was saying, look how happy everyone looks. Trippier is so happy. Fabian Shaw so happy. Joe Linton so happy. Oh, the Newcastle players so happy. Harvey Barnes so happy. Matt Target is not there, but if I go over to him, he's happy. Look how happy Matt Target is. Look how happy all the Newcastle players are, right? And then if you if you scroll to number 14, he is not happy. He is not happy in the slightest. He is furious. He is absolutely furious. Get me out of here. But if you scroll across, the guy next to him is very happy. But I just found that hilarious because I was creating the thumbnail for the Liverpool game, so I was trying to pick a player, and they all look pretty happy apart from Isak, who looks absolutely furious. David says Isak is going to Everton. If he goes to Everton, he'll be an overpaid, overrated player. Have Everton replaced Calvert-Lewin, or have they not? Because I saw that Calvert-Lewin's gone to Leeds, but I wonder if they've replaced him. Callum thinks the deal will be done by the 26th. Yeah, I think it will kind of pick up a lot of speed after the Newcastle game is done with. 26th is literally the next day. that would be a lot of speed. But I think in that week, we should say it. Fish is at a party he doesn't want to be at, and he's not wearing anything. Well, I can understand why you don't want to be at the party if you're not wearing anything. Looks official that Ramsey is finally signed for Newcastle. Nice. Yeah. See that there? Jacob Ramsey is a mag. Is that like the pronoun a mag? You're a mag. It sounds a bit like an insult, like you're a mag. Like, I know it means magpie, but like magpie sounds better, but like mag. Yeah, or a magnum. It just it sounds a bit derogatory. Second half has started, talking about derogatory. I will set the timer. Oh, I've set it, but I haven't started it. Fantastic. Is Sesko on? I can't see him. I can still see Cunha up front, and Mbeumo on the right, and Mason Mount for some completely unknown reason on the left. Bring on Sesko, man. Have you noticed that Man United's the the neck on the Man United kit is the same as the neck on the Liverpool away kit. I appreciate they're both Adidas. But yeah, the Liverpool away kit, it's got a weird neck where it's like a weird shape. And I've just noticed it's the same on the Man United kit. Fish is at a party, doesn't want to be at. And don't want have Harry gaming tutorials and music. What is this party that you're at, Fish? I mean, I know you're not actually at a party, but I'm still curious. Yeah, I saw that. The irony of that is so funny. Newcastle fans are saying Tonali's their best player, and he isn't greedy. And this is the exact same player who was banned for gambling. gambling. Surely, like gambling on something that you partake in is the height of greed. Surely. Yeah, the irony is not lost. The thing is, like, the same thing will probably happen with Tonali when someone comes in for him. Then they'll say, no, Bruno's our best player. Johnny says, sorry for being late. Hi, everyone. It's me, Jonathan, up the Chels. How are you, Jonathan? Hope you are good. Up the Chels, they didn't... they drew today, didn't they, against Palace? That Eze free kick was disallowed, which was a bit of a strange decision. Is Havertz coming on? They clearly don't want to win this match. I must say, the seats at Old Trafford do look very comfortable. I mean, I appreciate they don't have a roof that works, but the seating situation does look very good. Fish says he's actually in the Arsenal stadium, but earlier you said you were going to catch a flight to London, so from Pyongyang. So that seems to have been a very quick flight that you've caught, and you seem to have progressed through airport security very fast, which is a surprise given some of the things that you say. But I'm glad that you're in the Arsenal stadium. You're probably there by yourself, given that Arsenal are playing at Man United Stadium, but never mind. Man, both these teams just haven't looked all that. I appreciate it's the first game of the season. Johnny says, dude, João Felix is Fish's dad. I'm losing track. Fish has multiple family members. There's Tupac, who's his uncle. There's Borussia Dortmund, which is his aunt. And now there's João Felix. Must be lonely at the stadium. Fish is there by himself. I would say go hang out in the trophy cabinet, but you'll probably feel even more lonely in there. So the stadium is probably best. Did you see the picture and message I sent you? No. But I can have a look. I saw the comments that you left. Potato Army says, what team do you support? I support Liverpool. What about you, Potato Army? Where's this picture you've sent me? Oh, you've sent me an attachment. Yeah, I'm not putting that on the screen. Oh, good. Cunha's on the floor, clearly learning from Fernandez. Johnny says, hi, Potato Army. Welcome to Johnny's channel. Fish is eating watermelon. That's the first healthy, non-toxic thing you've said in a while. So there is hope for you. Watermelon's good. Watermelon is underrated as a fruit, I think. Watermelon's like almost top tier. Like mango is top tier, but you could certainly say watermelon is like next tier. Johnny's hungry. You might need to go eat something then. Or drink something. Sometimes when you think you're hungry, you're actually thirsty. Which reminds me, hydration is important. Casemiro's on the floor. Come on, Man United, get something out of this. Is that Star Wars Battlefront? What did you play that on? Like a Switch or like a Steam Deck or something? Ahmad is coming on. Number 2 is coming off. Dalot is coming off. Leandro Baptista. Hey, hi. How are you, Leandro? Hope you are good. Hope you are well. Leandro says that Arsenal is winning. Yes, Arsenal are winning 1-0. Arsenal are winning 1-0. It was... Who scored? Calafiori. Calafiori scored a header. Passed by Fernandez, but good defending by Gabriel, to be fair. Kinda outmuscled Mbuemo. Who scored, says Leandro? Riccardo Calafiori. Calafiori. There you go. This guy. Calafiori. Johnny will eat Mamacita. I mean, you're picking a good time. There tends to be more of me to eat in the summer because I do less walking because it's so hot. Leandro says, "Oh, go Arsenal!" Yeah, Arsenal, looking pretty good. Is Maskman playing? You'll have to tell me who that is. Jenny says, "Did you watch the boxing last night?" I did. It was good. It was really good. So Itama won in the first round. Itama is like so quick, and he has so much power. And he's only 20 years old. Who? I mean, who would you have Itama fighting next? I know he kind of half called out Usyk, but I don't know how realistic that is. I wonder if there's, could it be like Anthony Joshua or Joseph Parker or someone like that? Yeah, proper look like the real deal. Like I know Dillian White's a bit older now, but even then, he just completely outclassed him. I watched the UFC as well. I watched some of that in the morning. I wish I hadn't. The boxing was better. Yeah, Calafiori's good. How you doing, JS? Jenny says Moses Itama, only 2 fight out there for him. Okay, I'm interested to see who this is. Some people are saying there's the guy that beat Zhilei Zhang, who's also undefeated. I was thinking Fury. You know. I almost feel like the thing is, I almost feel like there needs to be a step before the Usyk or Fury. Like part of me was thinking, are they pushing Itama a bit too fast because he's only 20? And then I googled it, but Mike Tyson was world champion when he was 20, so I thought, okay, maybe not. Parker deserves the Usyk fight. True. Itama's only 20, so no rush to get him in with the top 5 fighters. True. I guess the only kind of slight concern would be like, apparently Usyk's going to retire after maybe like 1 or 2 more fights. So they probably want to like get that one done. Rice just hits it over. But yeah, I think Parker's earned the Usyk fight. Maybe Itama versus AJ, or maybe Fury, as Jenny was saying. Even though that looks like a massive step up, I just feel like there needs to be a step before that. Yakarez is coming off. Had quite a tough game, and Havertz is coming on. Yassine says Galatasaray. Osimhen's a top striker. Johnny says, my girlfriend told me to call her mommy today. Well, that's a relief, because that means you'll stop calling me that. So I'm in support of that. XCX says skibbity toilet. What does that actually mean? I know all the kids say that, but what does it actually mean? I'm gonna Google this. What? Apparently it's a thing. Apparently it's a name of sentient toilets with human heads. What? I wish I hadn't Googled that. Jenny says, Hergovic is a Croatian professional boxer. He's challenged once for the IBF interim heavyweight title in 2024. Talk about him. I don't know too much about him. Is he the guy that beat Zhilei Zhang? Because I know Zhilei Zhang lost recently. Is he the guy that beat him? XCX says, for real, I don't even know, and I'm 16. Yeah. I hear it all the time, but like I don't actually know what it means. According to like this, the series follows a war between toilets with human heads coming out of their bowls and humanoid characters with electric devices for heads. So now we know. We know, but hopefully we don't memorize that because it's a bit disturbing. Durwood says Gyökeres with average 5.8 according to Flash Score. I can't remember a single thing he did. even 5.8. 5.8 seems a bit high. It would be good to see Benjamin Sesko, see what he can do, and they're not. Amarim's bringing on Ugarte. And he's also bringing on Sesko. Fair enough. So Ugarte and Sesko are coming on. That looks like your friend. It could possibly be your friend. Sigma Gornig. That was it. I think it's Caballal. I think it's that guy Caballal. He's undefeated as well. So there's some rumors that Itama might fight Caballal maybe, but who knows, man. Hopefully it will be soon. Because Itama didn't take much damage yesterday. Johnny says, finally someone younger than me on this channel. Are you the I don't think you're the youngest. I'm the youngest. Declan Rice with a shot and absolutely nothing happens. Johnny says his girlfriend is mommy, but the OG mommy is mommy Pedri. Well, I'm sure Pedri will be very happy about that. So Sesko is coming on for Mason Mount and Ugarte is coming on for Casemiro. To be honest, I thought that's what they would have done from the start, but it is what it is. Mason Mount has done absolutely nothing. Sesko's taller than I thought, so good for him. How much did they buy Sesko for? Like 70 million or something? That seems to be the going rate these days. I search for Sesko price and it gives me his FPL price. Like, who cares about that? 76 million euros. Yeah, about 70 million pounds. Anthony Taylor is sweating like you would not believe. Mount doesn't do anything, not sure why he started. I agree with that 1000%. He never does anything, never does anything of value. But seems to start games. And even when he's on the pitch, he runs around a little bit and then he kind of gets bored of running around and then gets taken off. People say that Liverpool are amazing at selling players. But in a way, Chelsea are even more impressive. If you think about who they've sold to Man United over the years, you know, Mason Mount, Matic, who's that other guy? That other Spanish guy, Juan Mata, and also who they've sold to Arsenal over the years. Havertz, Madueke. Chelsea are very good at selling players also, I think. Because they seem to get a lot of money. Here's Mbuemo now. Come on, Brian. Brian passes it to Ahmad. Yeah, I decided I'm just gonna call him Brian from now on because calling him Brian makes it sound like he's your accountant or something. How much did Mbeumo cost? Mbeumo was also £70 million. That does seem to be the going rate for kind of forward players these days. I spent a fair amount of money then. Saliba wins the ball back. And absolutely nothing happens. Declan Rice is kicking off. Why are Declan Rice's shorts so short? Like, his shorts are shorter than everyone else's shorts. It literally looks like Declan Rice is wearing a skirt, whereas everyone else is wearing shorts. Maybe he just wears his shorts really high, but his shorts look different to everyone else's. What did you see when I told you to see what I see? That's a riddle. That's a riddle that I cannot quite solve. What did you see when I told you to see what I sent you? Well, if you recall, my reaction was I laughed and then I said, "Well, I'm not reading that out." Here's Brian. Come on, Brian. Ahmad tackles Brian, and then Arsenal clears it. He pulls them up. Okay, fair enough. I thought he had custom-made shorts that were a bit shorter for him. He wears his shorts like Simon Cowell. That was a good run by Sesko, to be fair, but Mbeumo didn't pass it to him. Fish says fish forever. What does that mean? In what context? Weather's getting a bit cooler tomorrow, which is nice. Blue Moon Tiger King says Manchester City third kit is the worst kit ever in Premier League history. I can't lie, it's absolutely disgusting. Is this the one with the rain on it and the green? I'm sure everyone's seen it, but I'll bring it up anyway. Yeah, I can't lie. That's straight up nasty. I can't imagine they'd sell much of those. Horrid. I mean, the color, the green is not nice, and the whole rain texture is also not nice. How did that go through like layers of approval? How did that go through multiple layers of approval where they said yes, that's what we want to sell? I have no idea. Cristina Oliveira says Flamengo X Internacional. When is that game? Is that tonight? Or is that soon? I would love to watch more Brazilian football, but the timing is not ideal for me. So like UK time, they start at like 1:30 a.m. and I'm fast asleep. Durwood says, do you reckon Gravenberch will start next game? I think so. I think especially since there's a fair amount of time until the next game. About 7-8 days. 8-9 days. that should be enough time to kind of reintegrate him into the team, I think. Whereas if it was 2 days later, then he might not have enough time to get his fitness back. So I think he will. I think he will. Do you reckon he'll start, or do you reckon they'll go Szoboszlai, McAllister, Wirtz again? Johnny says, name top 10 underrated players. My top 5 are John, Johnny, Jonathan, Jono, and Johnny 69. That's a good explanation, to be fair. Stevie Wonder must have given permission for the Man City kit, yeah. The thing is though, that Man City kit is so green, it probably hurt Stevie Wonder's eyes as well. And that's with the sunglasses on. Mbeumo, ooh, nice header by Mbeumo, but saved. And Mbeumo got up quite high there. Sesko's header's not as good, but the first Mbeumo header, I thought that was quite good. So Cunha played it to Dogu on the left, Dogu with a cross. Yeah, not bad. You reckon Gravenberch will come on as a sub? Yeah, could happen. It feels like ages away. It's like over a week away. Are the numbers better on City's kit? I really didn't notice them yesterday. We can have a look. Would they £130? Can you see that? That is ludicrous. £130. That's like $200. It must be this, right? Personalize your shirt. Will it show me what it looks like if we personalize it? Here you go. You can have a you can have a Man City shirt. What number do you want? You can have Elliot's number. Yeah, it's probably you're probably gonna dislike the video if I keep that up. So we'll go for ugly font. Yeah, it's a pretty normal font, to be fair. Normal font. Yeah, the numbers look okay. I think it's just generally how the it's just generally how it looks. Blue Moon says don't insult me. Yeah, I had to take it off. Blue Moon says, do you still get people looking through your window? As you mentioned it a few times. Generally not. Generally it's quite quiet. So I'm on like the middle floor. It was mostly just that day. I just had people walking past like. It was weird. It was like a group of like 3 women. But I think they were visiting as relatives, because I don't think they live here. So that must have been what it was. Johnny, you want to be on the Man City kit? They must have fired the dad who brought his kid to work to make when they made the numbers last season. Yeah, they're a bit more conventional now. I mean, hopefully this year they fire whoever designed that kit, because that is horrible. What are you doing? I'm not Jonathan. You are Jonathan. Or would you rather be Johnny? There you go. You can have a Man City kit. I'll put your favorite number as well. It's a horrible kit. Like, I would not recommend that. I would not recommend that to anyone. There might be some other kits which look better. Why do they keep showing the third kit? That one's better. Away kit. Whatever this is, Super Jersey. What on earth is Super Jersey? Why do they have so many kits? But yeah, enough of Man City's website. Johnny says, now buy it and send it to me. You're a Chelsea fan though, unfortunately. I wouldn't want to ruin the relationship that you have with Chelsea. Ten minutes to go in this game. It's looked quite flat. So you're saying buy me a kit and send it to me so that you can refund it? Well, that's And now they're bringing Harry Maguire on. Is he going to go up front, Harry Maguire? So when I buy the kit and send it to you, presumably you want the receipt as well. Blue Moon says one of Liverpool's kit looks like United top. It does. It's the away kit. I think especially since it has black shorts. This one here. Yeah, this does have a Man United vibe about it. Valeria Cardos says hi. How are you, Valeria? Harry Maguire's been on the pitch 5 seconds and he's already fouled someone. The GOAT, Harry Maguire, yep. He's on the pitch for literally 2 seconds and he's given away a foul. He's given away a free kick in a dangerous position. Nice one, Harry. That's probably why you don't start. And then when you do interviews and you say, oh my god, people keep saying that I'm rubbish and laughing at me, that is literally why. You've given away a free kick literally on the edge of the box. Literally on the edge of the box. Johnny says, Blue Moon Tiger King, which team do you support? Well, that's probably quite easy to figure out if you think about it. People are posting, asking how many times, or asking how Gyökeres did. People are commenting on how many times he flicked his hair back. Well, at least he came first in something, right? Declan Rice free kick goes wide. Valeria says Ungon. Not sure what that means. Oh my god, my name, give it away. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, it's pretty obvious who Blue Moon Tiger King supports. And if you can't guess it from the name, you can also guess it from the picture. How are you, Malusi? Malusi says that's more like it from United. Have they equalised? Or do you mean the fact that they're losing in general? Marino's coming on. Oh, Arsenal have got another corner. Are Arsenal going to score again because it's another corner? Are they going to score another corner by taking the goalkeeper out? Saka with the corner. Looks like Arsenal are going to... Oh, a foul. Fish says, put my name on my favourite number 66. It's not working anymore. Ah. There you go. That is the greatest number 66 we've ever had. Oh, there's different fonts. So oh, I was gonna say there's different fonts, but then the selection only has one value in it. Malusi says they're showing confidence. I hear what you're saying. They haven't given up. Hopefully they get something from these last 5 minutes. I think the substitutions have been positive. So he brought Ugarte on for Casemiro, and Sesko on for Mount. So it looks like they are going for it. Yeah, Big Harry going up front. Imagine that. Imagine spending like 250 million on new strikers, spending 250 million on new forwards, and you still resort to sticking Harry Maguire up front. That's pretty damning. Can anybody guess the Fergie time that they're going to add on? Says Blue Moon Tiger King. 5-6 minutes maybe. Free kick taken by Raya. So 85 minutes, still 1-0. Arsenal with a throw in. I reckon there's going to be like one big final chance. Are Man United going to get the Norwich scarves out today? Apparently Man United planned a protest 2 weeks ago. And then they cancelled the protest because they bought a bunch of new players. So I reckon the protesting might start probably September time, because this has looked pretty disjointed. Johnny said they should use AI to make a copy of Alex Ferguson. But then when you've made a copy of Alex Ferguson, what is the societal impact of that? Because now there's two Alex Fergusons. So is the second Alex Ferguson, is he going to stay in the house with the original Alex Ferguson? And if the second Alex Ferguson was to commit a crime, would both Alex Fergusons be culpable for that, or just one? It's very deep, a very deep philosophical thing you've suggested there. Blue Moon, Tiger King, can't wait for Man City versus Spurs. Going to the game, can't wait. Very nice. Next Saturday, isn't it? Enjoy. That should be a good game as well, because Spurs will give it a go, and Man City always give it a go. So it should be a fun one to go watch. Zaim says, besides set pieces, what was Arteta's game plan this match? The first half of your sentence was his game plan. Really hard to distinguish it today. I mean, the same thing. I guess the same game plan. The same game plan he's always had: score a goal and then defend, and then hopefully get a goal on the counter. How are you, Alan? Hope you're well. We can hear them crying in Turin. Federico is here to win. One chat with on a slot, and he said, "Ciao, Juventus. I'm a cup right now." I really hope he stays. I mean, partly because I felt like he didn't get much of a chance last year, and also it was so nice to see how much the goal meant to him when he scored. I was like, you know what, this guy's got a good attitude. He also hasn't sulked like when he didn't get in the team. So I hope he stays. Blue Moon Tiger King says, why can't you guess what team I like? It's pretty easy, Johnny. If you think about it, Blue Moon. And if that's not it, just look at his picture. Oh, Johnny knows. Johnny says he wants to make a Man City joke. Blue Moon says, see, told you six more minutes. Yeah, Fergie time. Alan says, did you go on Friday, brother? And I 100% want him to stay. He wants to be here, and that's a massive attribute for me. Nice. I didn't go. I tried to get tickets. I couldn't get them. The last game I went to was the Bilbao game, the friendly, which I think it was last Monday. You know, the double header, 5 o'clock kickoff and 8 o'clock kickoff. That was the last one I went to, which I really enjoyed. But yeah, I'm with you on wanting him to stay. He wants to be here, and I think that's super important. And as you said, that's a massive attribute. Yeah. It looks like he's eager to impress. He's happy to be here. He's eager to take his opportunity. He also adds value. Like when he comes on the pitch, he seems to score. He's also versatile. He can play multiple positions. The flip side also, if Liverpool were to sell him, they wouldn't get much money for him. Also, so like all the cards for me are stacked with respect to keeping him. Especially with kind of Ben Doak going, with Nunes going, with Diaz going. Yeah, I think it's important for him to stay. Johnny says, how do you feel about 66? The same I felt previously. Yeah, I was at the Bilbao one too. I only live 5 minutes walk from the ground. Very nice. Ooh, Saka just hits it over from about 2 yards. As soon as I got there, I got to the stadium. I got a drink. I sat down in my seat, and then the fire alarm went off, and then we all got evacuated. And I was like, fantastic. But yeah, they let us. It was only the main stand, I think, that got evacuated. But so yeah, that was a bit frustrating. But then after that, it was really good. I remember being worried, like, is 2 games in a row gonna be a bit too much? But it didn't feel like a lot. Like it felt like the right amount. Johnny says Salah's penalty was too good for the sport. Is that the Bilbao penalty or the Crystal Palace penalty? I really think they were expecting the United from last season, but then again, it's Arteta. Does he really think? Not really. No. I mean, he doesn't even think with his outfits. He seems to wear the same clothes every single day, like a black turtleneck and some black pants from Walmart. Like he just doesn't think about anything. His hair doesn't even grow. Like it's never any longer or never any shorter. His hair is always exactly the same length. Like he doesn't think about anything. His beard is always also always the same length. He's got a bit of a stubble, but he's not clean shaven and he doesn't have a full beard. He's always exactly the same. Alan says, I ended up in the hospitality bit in the Anfield Road end. The food and drink situation was a mess, mate. There was nothing left for the kids to eat and also nothing halal for me. That is frustrating, to be fair. Understandably frustrating. Typically when I'm there, I tend to just get a coffee. But it was too hot that day, so I think I got a Coke or something. But yeah, that is annoying, especially given it was a double header, so you have to kind of go hungry and thirsty for longer. Yeah, hopefully they can sort that out very soon. Two minutes left of this game. This game has been as riveting and exciting as every Arsenal game. But that's okay. To be honest, you guys have been far more exciting than watching these professionals play. That's probably why I miss so many things. Because the chat is always like more interesting than the actual game. Not Man City, sorry. Man United looking like they're going for one final chance. They've got a corner now. Harry Maguire hits it out. Harry Maguire, since he's come on, has given a free kick away and has given a corner away. That's a good question. Johnny says, asking Durwood, do you call it soccer or do you call it football? Alan says, are you in the Auto Cup, brother? I'm not sure. Like, I've got a membership and I registered for the, they do the whole raffle thing at the start of the season. Like I registered for that. I didn't get anything, but it's okay. But yeah, I'll see what I can get. Get in full time. Love it. 1-0. Nice. You are 40 seconds ahead of me, but that's okay. Yeah, that's it. The ballots. Yeah. Yeah, it's like select your games, and then you select the games, and then they email you and say, unfortunately. And I'm like, okay, never mind. It's all good. Cengiz says, Harry Maguire, Ankara, Messi, Ankara, Messi. What does Ankara mean? I hear that word. I hear that word a lot. What does that mean? Oh, it's the capital. Ankara is the capital city of Turkey. Nice. Take care, Johnny. It's football. Soccer is MLS, and NFL is American football. Fair enough. Football makes sense. So the distinguishing feature is this is football. And the thing with the shoulder pads, that's American football. Blue Moon says he's getting sacked in the morning. Maybe not this morning, but in a few mornings, I think it will be gone. Alan says the Auto Cup guarantees your cup games if you can get it. It's separate from the Prem. I've got 13 plus credits, so get all the Prem games, and I get 4 tickets for the FA Cup, 4 for the Carabao, and 2 for UCL. Nice. I might look into that. Sounds pretty good. Ankara mean Messi. Oh, it's Mr. Default. I thought you came from the future yesterday, Mr. Default. I distinctly recall a message on Saturday, the 16th of August, 2025, saying, "I come from the future. Man United 3, Arsenal 2." Maybe it's a different timeline. We'll say that it's a different timeline. But how did you feel about the performance? Like, I thought Mbeumo was alright. Mbeumo was positive. Sesko maybe didn't. Sesko didn't get enough time. Mount, you should be done with. Like, I think you'd rather play with 10 men than play with Mason Mount. But I thought Mbeumo looked lively. Cunha was okay, positive, was at least trying. Only America would call a game that you throw the ball 95% of the time football. That is true. It's football despite using our hands 90% of the time. I just got confused. It's the next game that's 3-2. Fair enough. That's my fault. Apologies for the confusion. Yeah, Cunha was positive. Cunha was at least trying things. Yeah, Sesko didn't get enough time. Hopefully Sesko starts the next game. Cengiz says something like Maguire, Ankara, Messi. I'll start saying that from now on. Arsenal goal shouldn't have been a goal if we had a decent keeper in. Do you reckon it was a foul by Saliba? Watching it back, kind of Saliba was a bit physical with the keeper, kind of shoved him. Johnny with the clarification. Ankara Messi means Messi still Messi. It's from a commentary of Barcelona match. Oh wow, you're quite the historian there, Johnny. I didn't know that. So it's like something the commentator was saying. Ankara Messi. So sometimes when the commentators go crazy, it's one of those. Thank you for the clarification. You're quite the intellectual when you want to be with the chess and the additional context. Mr. Default says, I don't know, I'll have to rewatch it again. Yeah, definitely. Whenever you get the chance. Saliba kind of was a bit physical with his elbow, and you could definitely make the argument that he put Bayendia off balance. I've seen those given as a foul. But the thing is, I'm watching it on mute, so like I don't know if people are like outraged or anything. Arsenal indeed. We will have to sort them out in 2 weeks. Cengiz says, wow. Ehsan says that Arsenal were lucky. United only lost because of their keeper, and that corner deserved to win the way they did. I thought it was generally an even-ish game. But I can't lie, the goal looked a bit suspect. Saliba seemed to... Because, Arsenal, they're very particular about their set pieces. Saliba seemed to kind of elbow the keeper a bit. Take care, Johnny. Have a nice evening. I too hopefully will have a nice evening. Cool. Well, that was fun. And when I say fun, I mean the chat and the conversation was fun. The game itself, was less entertaining, but you guys were good. Yeah, they're just talking through nonsense now. But anyway, I shall not be around tomorrow. But I will probably be around Tuesday for 66 versus Real Oviedo. So hopefully see some of you there. Oh my god, Terence Stamp has died. Damn. That's General Zod. R.I.P. to Terrence Stamp. Yes, thank you, Johnny, for the McAllister emotes and the guy shooting things and the cat emote, which is probably my favorite. But yeah, better be off now. My watch is complaining I've not done any walking today. But yeah, probably be back on Tuesday for 66 Hate Watch. Take care, Derwood. Hope you have a good afternoon and a good evening. Take care, Chengiz. Hope you have a good day as well. And yeah, see you guys then. Take care, guys. Enjoy.